Are you a hero or a villain? Heroes are typically the fan favorites. They're the quote unquote good guys. They usually have good morals and values, and they strive to accomplish righteousness. While villains, on the other hand, are not the fan favorites. They're usually hated on, despised, and misunderstood because their morals and values strongly differ from that of the fan favorite. So if we take a look at Jesus for an example, we can see that the world hated him. They despised him. They misunderstood what his purpose was in life. They tarnished his name every step of the way. They nailed him to a cross and crucified him. They did everything they could to paint Jesus as a villain, when in reality, all he ever did was good. He saved people, brought people back from the dead, spoke life and life more abundantly. And the greatest of them all, he willingly gave up his life on Calvary's cross so that those of us who believe may have everlasting life. So this goes to show us a few things. Number one, it shows us that every villain is not a villain. Just because people don't like you doesn't mean that you're a bad person. Secondly, it shows us that Christians, true Christians, are not called to be fan favorites. We live in a world where Satan and his followers are on top. And so because they are on top, evilness and wickedness will always be seen as heroic. Wrong is right, right is wrong. Good guys are bad guys, and bad guys are good guys. So I'm sorry to burst the bubbles of those of you that believe that you can be Christians and also be well-liked and popular, because that's not how this thing works. As a Christian, you will always be the villain in someone else's story. It goes back to what my favorite Christian rapper Caleb Gordon once said: they're just doing to me what they did to you first. In other words, if they persecuted Jesus Christ and painted him as a villain, with all the good that he did in the world, then what more do you think they would do to you as a follower of Jesus Christ? So I just want to implore all Christians to stop trying to be the fan favorite, but to embrace your role as a villain. Not literally going out here committing egregious acts, but as a warrior of the kingdom of God who is spreading the much needed gospel of Jesus Christ to a world full of Christ haters.